As a civilian concealed carry permit holder, there's one thing I need to know. Well, there's lots of things I need to know, but the one thing I want to talk about right now is, where is my gun? There are many reasons why you need to know where your gun is at all times, but I just want to talk about a couple of those reasons and also share some thoughts about where your gun should be. The first reason you need to know where your gun is so you can get access to it to defend your life. A 1995 study showed that law-abiding gun owners use their weapons for self-defense 2.5 million times per year. Guns were actually used to deter crime 60 times more often than they were used to commit crime. If, heaven forbid, you found yourself in the unlikely situation where you had to defend your life, you better know where your gun is. Another reason you need to know where your gun is for your own safety and the safety of others. According to the CDC, in 2010, unintentional firearm injuries caused the death of 606 people. A gun that is not secured is an accident waiting to happen. If a child or any other unintended party gains access to your loaded gun, you should expect the worst. Accidents have also happened when people lawfully carrying guns carry them in unsafe ways, with inadequate holsters or no holsters at all. There was a recent example at a McDonald's restaurant where the gun a man was carrying went off after he simply leaned against a wall. His apparent negligence put a hole in the tile floor and freaked out pretty much everyone in the restaurant. A gun that's secured can't hurt anybody. Whether you've got it under your direct control in a good holster, or you've got it locked away somewhere, for your safety and the safety of others, keep it secure. I've talked about why you should always know where your gun is. Now let's talk about where it should be. Ideally, I'd like to have my firearm on my body 24/7, but that just isn't realistic. You'll probably have to take your gun off for certain activities. Bathing, exercising, sleeping, etc. And when it's not under your direct control, it should be locked away in some sort of safe or secure compartment that you control access to. There are lots of other reasons you may have to go sans gun. Perhaps there's a no-gun policy you have to comply with, either at your job or some other situation. To obey those policies, you'll likely have to take your gun off and put it back on again repeatedly each day. If that's your situation, work out a secure place to keep your gun for those times when you can't have it on you. A locking glove box is one option. This may also force you to choose a holster that's easier to remove, so you can put your gun away without ever exposing the trigger. Now, you can't just know that your gun is in a holster. You've also got to know the position of that holster on your body and how you're going to get quick access to the gun in a defensive encounter. This means first, get some kind of defensive handgun training. And second, do some dry fire and live fire practice regularly to keep your skills and muscle memory sharp. But that's not all. If at some point you change what gun you carry or where you carry it, you're going to need to relearn all of that. How much would it suck if under stress you went to your belt for your Glock 23 only to remember that you switched to a Ruger LCR, which is now on your ankle? Lastly, you may find yourself periodically touching the spot where your gun is to verify that it's secure. And I don't see a problem with that. I do the same thing with my keys, my phone, my wallet, my pocket knife, and other important items. You do need to know where your gun is at all times. And if you're carrying, it's good to double check that you have it. But we're talking about a concealed firearm here, something you want to keep secret. So try not to be too obvious as you confirm where your gun is.